Hello and welcome, I'm Claire Francis, and this week I've been out and about in Marks and Spencer's, actually in a couple of different stores. As you may know, the online system is still not working, so we can't order online, but there's plenty in the shops to look at. So I thought I'd give you a little look at what's new in there, items that I've seen that I quite like the look of. I'm going to show you some try-ons as well. So hope you enjoy the video. Let's have a look at what was on the models in store. So first of all here we've got this gingham top, a sort of square neck top, fitted with black crop trousers. Now there's a lot of this black gingham around in store. Then we've got the red knitted vest here, £22.50 actually that is, it comes in lots of colours, with some jeans. Then we've got this short linen mix black waistcoat with jeans and a belt there with gold detail. And then we've got this neutral V-neck knitted vest top and cardigan. The cardigan's quite a thick knit there with a woven belt. Thought that looked quite nice. Then we've got more of the black gingham here. We've got black gingham dress. It's a midi style dress, sort of square neckline there. A red cardigan, quite a thick knit there with white crop jeans. Then we've got a red short sleeve top here. This again comes in lots of different colours. It's just a standard knitted top they do with white culottes. It looks a bit like a skirt, but it's actually like culottes. Then I went over to the Peruna section and we've got this tie detailed denim top here with denim shorts. Now the top is quite a sort of faded denim, more of a sort of beach vibe sort of look there. And the ties do have a bit of a gap between the two sides there, so that might be something you could wear like over swimwear, things like that. We also have this green shirt here with some cotton trousers. Thought that was styled a little bit strangely, didn't quite look finished, that outfit. And then we've got a denim dress here, very much like Nobody's Child, the denim dresses I've been looking at there. The fabric is a little bit thicker than the Nobody's Child denim, but a really nice thick denim. £55 that dress was, and I really like that. I'll be showing you that later on when I try that on. Then looking a bit further afield, we've got this linen mixed waistcoat and trouser suit. Thought that looked really nice and comfortable and cool. Then we've got a blue knitted vest top, which is the same as the red one I think I showed you earlier, with jeans, and a pale blue sort of column / A-line sort of shirt type dress. Then a few other items I sort of picked out as I was looking. There's this Co-ord set, which was £35 for the trousers and £35 for the crop shirt. These are sort of two layers, but they're both sort of translucent a little bit, so it's a little bit see-through. I think again it's designed more as a sort of beach cover-up. You can imagine wearing your bikini or swimming costume underneath that. That did look really nice actually. I thought that was nice. The cropped shirt, maybe that might not have suited me particularly, but it was a very nice little set that. Secondly then, we've got this crochet button-up jacket / shirt. That again was a nice quality piece of crochet there, £59. Thought that could look nice. If you like that crochet look, that was a really good example of one. Also, they do the gingham in a skirt. So this is an A-line midi skirt, which was £40. A little bit thin there, not lined or anything, but nice if you like that gingham look, but you actually then could vary the top that you wear with it, which might be a good idea. Give you a few more outfits out of it. Then we've got this quite nice skirt here, blue floral patterned midi skirt, and it's got the bubble hem, which is quite popular at the moment. That was a really nice skirt. I'll show you that again later on. And also I did like this denim waistcoat. I have tried that on before. I think I've told you about that. And it wasn't quite the right shape for me, but it's a nice quality denim waistcoat for £39.50, which I think was a good price with those nice gold buttons as well there. So lots more to see in store. There was this nice cotton blouse. This is a broderie type fabric, £45, so quite expensive, but it was a nice quality fabric. And you can see it's got the 3 little bows there and sort of 3/4 length sleeves that are gathered. That was nice. Then we've got quite a lot of these puff sleeve tops, which are a little bit too puffy for me, but it was V-neck. And you can see it's got that pink sort of layer underneath, a little under layer there, which comes separate. And there's a dress in the same fabric here, similar style, but obviously sort of mid-axi length with the pinky coloured slip dress underneath there. Then We've got this nice little knitted top. This comes in navy and white as well. Nice gold buttons, really nice. That £29.50, I think that's a good price. Really nice. I do like the navy one in that version. Also spotted this polka dot green blouse with the ties and the gathered sleeves, quite on trend. It does have a little placket there to stop there being a gape. This green polka dot then carried on into dresses. However, some of these dresses with the crew neck I'm not so keen on. The sleeves weren't too puffy, it was little short puff sleeves. And then again another crew neck style here, the blue floral with the puff sleeves, but again, as I said, not keen on the crew neck. These dresses are either viscose or recycled polyester. This one, however, was a bit nicer. This is more of a square neck. It's a pale blue floral sort of pattern. Nice puff sleeves, but more longer, so not too bulky. £59 thought was a good price for this. Fabric is lovely. It feels a little bit like sort of linen blend type fabric. It's got that sort of summery linen feel. Might make a nice occasion dress actually. Then back to the polka dot dress there. And you can see in the background there, that little striped cotton dress. I did like that as well. I did try that on a bit later, I'll show you. Then we've got some cropped trousers there, neutral colour cotton trousers. And then we've got the blazer here, you can see is a linen blend blazer, and you can see the lapels have that sort of fringing detail on, 2 buttons there and pockets. That's a nice blazer. I think it's a little bit more pricey. I think I did find the label on the other one here. So it was £79, but that's a nice fabric. Did like that blazer. And I think it goes with the other items we saw earlier. And a nice knitted top here. This is similar to the one, well, it's the same as the one that we saw on the models in the red and I think the blue. I think it comes in a neutral colour as well. Nice simple little knitted top, but feels nice quality. I think it's £22.50. Alternatively, a V-neck top here, £29.50 in that nice lemony yellow colour, which is very on trend at the moment. And if you want something not neutral coloured, we've got the navy blazer here. This is the linen blend blazer, I believe. And it's £65. And if you have been enjoying the video, please could you press the like button, give me a thumbs up. And any of you who do watch my videos, if you haven't subscribed yet, please could you do that? It really does help the channel, thank you. Now to the try-ons. I tried on this Peruna dress, absolutely lovely, loved it, loved the shape it gave me, nice nipped in waist there. Sleeves puffy but not too big, nice pockets there as well, felt a really nice quality fabric, very nice, considered buying that. This is a lovely dress as well, nice occasion dress. Again, the sleeves are puffy but not too bad because they're that little bit longer. Nice square neck, lovely fabric, like the fit on the waist again. Thought it was really flattering, like the length and like a nice long mid-axi type length, very nice. Then this is the one I tried on, I just showed you a brief glimpse of it. Nice cotton fabric, a little bit bulky around the waist for me. I wasn't quite sure if I liked the fit on me, but it was a lovely summer dress, nice cotton, very summery, you know, deck chair type fabric it reminds me of, but it was lovely. This dress I absolutely loved. The cotton felt amazingly soft and lovely. Nice bow detail on the front there. Again, puff sleeves, but that little bit longer, could just about get away with those. Nice pockets. It was a little bit loose on me. I could have done with a smaller size, but they didn't have it. But I really liked that. It was the most comfortable dress that I've tried on, actually. Then I tried on the skirt. That was a nice skirt. I actually liked the bubble hem. I'm not usually a great fan, but it just made the skirt hang nicely. Sort of kept that A-line style. The waist was a tiny bit tight on me. That was a 12. You can see I'm wearing it with a little knitted top that comes from M&S. I got that a couple of weeks ago, and again I'm wearing that here. And I tried on some linen trousers. I'm not a huge fan of linen trousers because I don't like them creasing, but these were very nice. I think they must have been the long because they are very long on me. Drawstring waist there, you can see they did have pockets, but they flowed really nicely. I thought they hung really nicely on me. So if I was looking for some trousers in linen, I might consider those. Then last week you may have seen I did a video on sustainability, and not as many people actually watched that video. However, I did have a lot of comments from some of my regular viewers, and it sounds like a lot of you are already quite far along the way of thinking about sustainability with the things that you do. So that was very interesting to hear. I have been looking into M&S as well, because I do a lot of M&S videos. I did want to make sure that I'm promoting things again that have got an eye on sustainability. And obviously all fashion retailers tend to be, well, you can't really say they're particularly sustainable, because they are encouraging people to buy clothes every season and go along with trends and things. However, M&S have come quite a long way with their sustainability. They do set quite ambitious targets, and unlike some other stores, they do actually publish a report each year to say how far they've got with those targets. So I'll just read you a few facts about them, which I was quite pleasantly surprised with, really quite pleased about. That I think overall they are a fairly sustainable company, considering they are a fashion retailer. So they have a target to be net zero by 2040, which is actually 10 years earlier than the UK target. Their packaging, particularly for the online sales and things, is 100% recycled plastic now. They're signed up to the Sustainable Cotton Initiative, and in fact I think they're getting very close to 100% of their cotton being sustainable. In 2021 they started a new denim initiative, which is making denim with a process that uses 86% less water than the normal process, and actually less harsh chemicals as well. And I did read the policy about cotton. They don't source any of their cotton from Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, which are those regions where cotton has had a big impact on the local water supplies and things. Their polyester now is at least 70% recycled. They're working on getting that to 100% recycled by next year, which is fantastic. They're also quite careful about the man-made sustainable cellulose fibres that they use, and they try and source those from areas with a low risk of deforestation, because although it is a natural resource, it can result in some environmental problems like deforestation. M&S are also signed up to the Sustainable Fibre Alliance, which is to do with wool and particularly cashmere sourcing, and they're also signed up to the Leather Working Group, which is looking at better practices of making leather. Leather obviously is a natural product and obviously comes as a byproduct from the meat industry. However, some of the chemicals used in leather tanning and things can be quite harmful, so that's looking at ways of making that more sustainable. M&S also allow you to recycle clothes at their stores. You can bring back M&S clothes and they'll recycle them, and actually they've raised a lot of money for Oxfam in the process of doing that. And they are starting to get involved in the idea of loaning. There's an online company called Higher Street, and M&S now are starting to participate in that loan scheme of borrowing clothes, which is obviously a more sustainable thing. So overall, I was pretty pleased with what I read about M&S. They're not 100% there. I didn't just look at their website either. I did look at some of the other eco-watch sort of websites and read their comments, and basically they're sort of saying it's a pretty good start what M&S are doing. Yes, it's not 100% perfect now, but they are making good strides, and they do evaluate what they've done. As I said, they don't just make promises and then sort of quietly forget about them. So overall, I was quite impressed with M&S credentials. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know, did you like any of the items I've shown you there? I think I might be buying the denim dress. I did really like that. That was my favourite item. Let me know your favourite. Let me know if you've bought anything else in M&S, or has it affected you with the online ordering situation? Let me know your thoughts. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching till the end as well, if you're still with me. And I hope you all have a good week. Hopefully we'll have some nice weather next week. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you. Goodbye.